All right, we are live again, Jody.
Yeah, Black August loading, breastfeeding month, and Black Business Awareness Month.
All right, let's start the music.
Audio Jungle.
All right, we're back. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review, where we come to you live from Mott Branch Library. So what we're going to do right now is click on our intro video. That way you can like, share, and comment. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review. We'll be right back.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, the other thing that we've got to come to see now that many of us didn't see too well during the last 10 years, that is meaningful. Freedom without land to cultivate. It was freedom and famine at the same time.
And create jobs for our people.
The Negro is to be free. He must move down into the inner resources of his own soul and sign with a pen and ink of self-assertive manhood his own emancipation proclamation. But I want to get the language right tonight. I want to get the language so right that everybody here will cry out, yes, I'm black, I'm proud of it, I'm black and beautiful. Individually, we are poor when you compare us with white society in America. We are poor. Collectively, we are richer than all the nations in the world with the exception of 9. That's power right there if we know how to prove it. We begin the process of building a great economic base. And at the same time, we are putting pressure where it really hurts. We don't have to argue with anybody. We just need to go around to these stores and to these massive industries in our country and say, God sent us by here to say to you that you're not treating his children right. We come by here to ask you to make the first item on your agenda fair treatment where God's children are concerned. Now, if you're not prepared to do that, we do have an agenda that we must follow. And our agenda calls for withdrawing economic support from you. We mean business now, and we are determined to gain our rightful place in God's world.
Yeah, this is the CSRN podcast, our week in review, and we're back once again. It's Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, and we are in our, is it our 11th or 12th year?
Going into our 12th year.
Yeah, we started in 2014, and we'll go over that in our mission statement. But for the past 12 years, we've been organizing, speaking truth to power. Let's get into some intros, and then we'll get into our mission statement, our guiding principles, and move on in our podcast. I'm Brother Washington Muhammad, one of the co-founders of CSRN, along with Mike Leonardi and Jabril Bey. It was both of them that coined the term community solidarity, and they had a couple of events, and they called me on to help plan a few more. And here we are 12 years later. What am I wearing? Today I have on, let me move my computer. I have on my CSRN Toledo shirt. Well, you can't see it because they have the banner there. It says All Black Lives Matter, Justice or Else. I have my glasses on from Optical, Twix in Between. I've got my beads on, a black hat, and as always, I'm dedicated to respecting, protecting, and defending all Black bodies, no matter the cost, no matter the gains or loss. This is the home of Black Lives Matter and Justice or Else. And also a shout out to the brothers and sisters and believers at Muhammad's Mosque, number 91. I'm also an active and registered member of the Nation of Islam. And yes, I don't have on my suit and bow tie today, but I'm podcast casual today. So that's who I am, and a short description of myself, and a big shout out to my branch library, the branch manager, Kevin, and all of the staff that lay out the red, black, and green carpet whenever we come here to set up our podcast. As Jody says, this is not a green screen. It's not some type of Zoom background. It's real. It's
not AI.
Right. It's not AI. It's all of our protest signs and our placards and everything that we take to a political rally or a political forum. We just bring everything in, set it up, and let it go. So, Jody, that's it for me. If you can intro yourself, what you're wearing, and then maybe we'll get into our guiding principles and our mission statement.
What's up, everybody? Jody J. Summers, child of the system, better known. It's not something I do in outrage. If I do get angry about something, I give myself, which is a good practice, 24 hours. Come back to it. If I'm still mad about it, then type about it. But if not, then, it was just a day, just a moment.
That's right.
I also want to thank you for commenting and subscribing and sending people to come on to the show. Hopefully we'll have Haley in here in a moment to tell you all about her great business and stuff like that. And if you didn't hear at the top of the show, it is National Breastfeeding Awareness Month and National Black Business Awareness Month. That information, you could just simply go on to Google, ask it what Awareness Month is for this month, and that's how we always try and keep you up to date with whatever the top things are. There are some other stuff, but can't do everything all at once. So you pick a couple, give some people some things to think about, and then come back to it. I also want to say, it's awesome to receive your feedback, not just online or on YouTube or on Spotify or on Facebook, but in person. So when you come up to us and ask us, can we help with something, or can we give you some of our dedicated knowledge over the years, it's a really good feeling because not a lot of people in our line of work survive. Most will either fizzle out, burn out, or take the check and dip out.
Yeah.
I just made that.
Exactly. And in that order too. All right.
And it is a very difficult and tough thing. Compared to where we were over a decade ago, prices are higher. People are angrier. Things just keep happening. Hopefully, the thoughts and prayers go out to Marcy Captor. We heard that she was involved in hit and run last week. And hopefully everybody in all parties are okay. Hopefully whoever it was, they'll come in, fess in, all that good stuff, because, this is not the world that I want to see my children or grandchildren grow up in. But either way, how do you get to this point? How do you sift through all the minutia of content creators and AI and Chat GPT and people who are only temporary because they see what you're doing and think they can do it just as well? Well, we have a mission statement
and our guiding principles that help keep all of this together. It might look easy, but if you had to deal with Jody every week, you know what I mean.
Yep. And for any of you out there that is starting something, I definitely want to tell you, as not just an activist, but as an artist, an author, and an organizer, and father and grandfather and all that stuff, it's not easy. If it looks too easy, or if somebody got an easy way out, you might just be getting gamed or snake
or
oil,
scammed, right,
all that kinds of stuff. Because if it was easy, everybody would doing it. And since everybody's trying to do it, talk to me in 2 to 3 years, because that's about your average of what anything is going on. And I hope that if you do join something, if you do want to fight for something, you stick around long enough to see it through fruition. So we are the Community Solidarity Response Network of Toledo, formed on November 25th, 2014, the day after it was announced that the killer, a Ferguson, Missouri police officer of Michael Brown, an unarmed teenager, would not be indicted. We bring awareness to the injustices experienced by Black men, women, and children who are disproportionately murdered, attacked, provoked, and harassed by law enforcement. Police brutality has to end. We bring awareness to the fact that most often, yes, most often, police brutality goes without consequence and accountability. Police impunity has to end. We utilize the tactics of protest, civil disobedience, event disruption, and citizen advocacy to give voice, yes, voice to those who are otherwise voiceless. We facilitate progressive, community-based events that help foster self-development, and we discuss measures to hold local leadership, yes, local leadership, accountable to their sworn duties, be they politician, clergy, law enforcement, educators, etc., etc. We want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, yes, all, regardless of class, creed, or color. For all lives to matter, Black lives, yes, Black lives must matter. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Also, I'm wearing my signature, blue Carhartt, my hat. The shirt that I got on is Amazon Day 2026 because I do have books on Amazon. That is one of the ways, if you can't meet me in person or see me at an event, that you can still support me if you would like to. And so that's, besides all the buttons and the crystals and stuff, I'm a big brown bear of a man that's covered in tattoos and crystals, stones, and bones, and all of that stuff, from taking the time to learn how to fail gracefully. Get back up that one more time, because nothing is going to be perfect that first time you try it. But if you keep trying it, if you keep doing it, eventually you'll be a master at it. And once you've mastered something, you can teach other people.
Okay, I didn't know we were getting that today. And okay, you're reading our mission statement, and were you cracking your knuckles like, y'all better listen? Oh my God, I'm feeling some type of way over here. All right. Hey, and we're going to get into our guiding principles. We came across our guiding principles maybe 10 years ago at the Movement for Black Lives convening. And it was for me, it was a organizing, changing event, because all of the hundreds of people that were organizing this, all of them were under 40. So it was a young crowd. I may have been the OG of the whole thing. And they have these guiding principles that included everybody in it regarding how we protest and advocate. So we took it, we added some things to it and made it what we call our CSRN guiding principles. All Black lives matter, queer Black lives, trans Black lives, formerly and presently incarcerated Black lives, poor working class Black lives, wealthy Black lives, differently able Black lives, Black men and women lives, immigrant Black lives, Black elderly and children lives. All Black lives matter and are the creators of this space. We throw no one under the bus. We rise together. Ashe.
Ashe.
And Ashe means one who changes a thing or one who makes a thing happen. Thriving instead of surviving. Our vision is based on the world we want, not the one we're currently in. We seek to transform, not simply react. We want our people to thrive, not just exist. Think beyond the possible. Ashe.
Ashe.
Experimentation and innovation must be built into our work. Embrace the best tools, practices, and tactics and leave those behind that no longer serve us. Ashe.
Ashe.
Evaluation and assessment must be built into our culture. Critical reflection must be a part of all of our work. We learn from our mistakes and our victories. Ashe.
Ashe.
Principal struggle can exist in a positive environment. We must be honest with one another by embracing direct, loving communication. Ashe.
Ashe.
Love, self-love is practiced in everything that we do. Love and self-love must be a driver of our work and an indicator of our success. Without this principle and without healing, we will harm each other and undermine our movement. Ashe.
Ashe.
360-degree vision. We honor past struggles and wisdom from elders. The work we do today builds the foundations of movements of tomorrow. We consider our mark on future generations. Ashe.
Ashe.
Self-care means we build resilient spaces by budgeting time, energy, and resources for healing. Self-care is a regular, consistent, intentional, and essential practice. Ashe.
Ashe.
The most directly affected people should be at the center of our movement and telling their stories directly. Ashe.
Ashe.
Training and leadership development should be fundamental. Our movement must constantly grow, and leadership must constantly multiply. Ashe.
Ashe.
And I wanted to also add just a short, what we call our Black Lives Matter moments. These are some of the things that we've done over the past 12 years that sometimes some stick out, some you may have to remind me. And I think I saw Anita Madison. We were talking about Anita Madison.
Yeah, we were.
Who was a retired police officer and an advocate for fairness among the police officers. And it takes me back to our Lucas County Sheriff Forum, where we invited all of the candidates for sheriff to talk about how they were going to lead the county. And I learned this from Maurice Morris, that the Lucas County Sheriff is the top law enforcement person.
Yep.
Because the chief of police is the chief of police over Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
But the sheriff has so much power that we had no idea. And when
sheriffs can arrest police.
And I had no idea that the sheriff does more than look over the jail.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my Black Lives Matter moment. When we come back, we've got some of our highlights that we want to share from last week, and then maybe we'll get into some community updates and shout outs. And man, I hope we got a good 5 minutes of heat today.
Oh, we do.
All right. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review.
It's the Panama Canal.
En esta hermosísima ciudad de Orlando.
I'm here in Barranquilla, Colombia, and in sunny Miami. Daytona Beach, mis amigos, that's where we're at today.
Desde la ciudad de Cartagena, Colombia.
We are in Orlando right now, here in Florida.
I'm Helene Sheets, Director of Marketing and Communications at beautiful Lourdes University, and we've been a proud sponsor and supporter of Voces Latinas TV for over a decade. It has been a fantastic partnership. It's been our doorway into the Latino community. We've met so many incredible people, created so many partnerships. Our students absolutely love the connections we've made through Voces Latinas TV, and we're looking forward to at least another decade, 2 decades.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. And as you see, we have our B camera going so you can see kind of some behind the scenes work on it. And if you see the camera, like it's, I don't know if it's flashing or not. Is that, yeah.
It's autofocusing, it looks like.
All right. Obviously, it's a little bright in here because we're inside a glass box. So, man, anything can happen when we're here live, and yeah, it is what it is. And let's switch into our front facing camera. Hey, we had talked earlier that this is Black Business Month. Let's put up the, there you go. CSRN of Toledo celebrating Black Business Month. And yeah, let's talk about it. When I think of Black businesses, I'm going to ramble off 3 that I patronize is more than I would like to, but that I would like to more than I would like to. That's crazy. But number 1 is Powell's Beauty Supply. They allow me to keep the Final Call newspaper there, and that's where I get my clippers, all right, because I don't have any hair, all right. That ship has sailed maybe 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago for that. And I like for everyone to go to Powell's. If you say, well, it's out of my way, well, go out of your way.
Right. Go out of your way for everything else.
I think, every business that's not central in our community, that's not Black owned, they take our dollars out of the community. Let's make sure that we support Black business so that we can have our dollars recycling in our community. The number 2 business that I want to promote is Bobby Howard's. Why somebody said, well, why would you promote a carryout? Once again, we buy from everyone that disrespects us, don't like us, and when they get their money, they take it out of our community. And if you know, Bobby Howard has been in our community for an awfully long time. You can find his store located at the corner of Hawley and Nebraska. Go out of your way. If, I don't smoke cigarettes, but if you go out of your way, get some cigarettes. Go out of your way to get a bag of chips. Everybody else goes out of their way to keep their money out of our community. Hey, we can return the favor. And my last business that I wanted to promote is Vince Davis of State Farm. He's my insurance man, insurance person, but he's it. And he took over our account after the Scotland passed. And whenever I call, I get an answer, whatever I need from them. They're always there to serve. And They're doing an awesome job. So shout out to Vince Davis of State Farm. Shout out to Bobby Howard. And shout out to Powell. So, Jody, it's our CSRN Black History Month observation. Who do you want to support today?
Well, I am going to start with D-Flame Candle. I know you won't be able to see it up here, but Kinga Jackson, she has been my scent provider for the last few years. This is one of her scents here. I know you can't really see it from the camera and stuff over there, but she is a Black business owner in Toledo that provides a whole bunch of services for all the smell goods from top to bottom. She has carpet deodorizers, incense, cones, and of course, oils and other stuff. She's actually located where our Truth is right now, the Sojourner Truth and stuff over there on Bancroft and I want to say
Franklin.
Yes, Bancroft and Franklin, right next to the newly built YMCA and everything, right across the street. You can look her up, D-Flame Candle. She has a phone number. Check out her business hours. I know she does monthly specials and everything like that, so you might be able to pick up on a special. I know, what was it? The one I did was on a Friday. You buy 3 oils, get a 4th free, or get oils for $7. So that's first one I'm going to highlight. The second one I'm going to highlight is In Tune Fitness. Tanika Camilla. She actually just opened her first location as well. So you can check her out. She does all kinds of holistic and natural plant-based medicines and all kinds of stuff. So you can check her out. If you look her up on social media, I'm sure you'll figure out where her business and stuff is located.
Yeah, I was trying to find my phone so we could
put the address up there and everything. But you know,
and like some posts, like some posts that I should be liking.
I believe I shared a couple to our page, but In Tune Fitness is her business. I'm actually going to do 2 more, but another one I would definitely want to highlight and everything is Sonia from Sonia Organics and Urban Holistics, is just right down the street. The only USDA approved farm in the city of Toledo that is Black owned. She's out there every single week and with teaching classes and workshops and all kinds of stuff. So she will be the 3rd person I highlight. And then another person I want to highlight is Sunkissed Brown. She is the owner of Respect Your Mic and Respect Your Crown. She actually has an event going on this Sunday, which I believe I did share on our page, but it's the 2nd annual Sip and Paint. It's going to be at the Trilby Event Center, 5745 Gay Street. That's Sunday, August 9th from 7 to 10 p.m. They have Deja May, Miss Diva Nay. I know it's same names, kind of.
Hey, I didn't say it. He said it, all right? There were completely different names to me.
Yeah.
That's right.
The phonetics of the name. But Ray Bans is also going to be there, and Lakeda EK, which is an awesome author, and it's going to be hosted by Sunkiss and King Black. Show is only $15 for Sip and Paint, and poetry, it's $30. You can text her. If you look up Sunkiss R. Brown on social media, you'll be able to find out all the information. She does all kinds of parties and events around the city. Plus, she has a salon and stuff like that. So support her in all the many areas that you can.
You know what? We forgot about you.
Hey, we forgot about somebody else that we highlight. Did we say it? Like we highlight it every single show?
Who are you talking about?
Optio.
Optical glasses. That's our sister, Kristen Moncrief. Matter of fact, I have on optical glasses right now. And when you mention D-Flame, she's right in the same
area, same building. Multiple business owners are there. So you get a chance to check out the Truth Art Gallery. Also, Nicola Art. She has the upstairs portion with her art gallery and everything.
All right. I don't want to say does it for
our section? No, we're gonna keep it up all month long. Next week, we're gonna find some more Black business owners. If you know somebody that is a Black business owner in the city of Toledo or locally within the metro area and stuff like that, hit us up. put it on our page. Let us know if we're not aware of it right now. That would be awesome for a little help.
Right. And if you're watching, just put their name in the chat. And just like this, let me see if someone had, just like we got Spoken Truth said, welcome everyone. Put their name in the chat. We'll put it on the screen as a CSRN promoted Black business. And we've got to support our own. We have to support our own, especially some of us that are activists. We could put our money where our mouth is and start doing the types of things that we're advocating for everyone else to do. All right.
Yep.
I guess that's my soapbox for that. The next thing I wanted to promote is Black August. If you're not familiar with Black August, this is a time of celebrating various communities important to American history. Black August is a time that celebrates resistance and rebellion in Black communities in the United States. And right now, I'm just going to talk about the origin of it, and then how does CSRN celebrate Black August. Black August originated in the California prison system to honor fallen freedom fighters. Jonathan Jackson, George Jackson, William Christmas, James McClain, Katari Gaulden. It is a time dedicated to a few things to politically educate yourself about Black radical history, the accomplishments, and the figures. Some of that history includes the lives, work, and incarceration of Black political prisoners. Our connection to this history is a recognition that the early hip-hop community literally were the children of civil rights, the civil rights generation and the Black Power generation. The influence of both is not equally known and celebrated, but Jody, we're going to celebrate it. If nobody else will, we will. To that end, we want to share, CSRN wants to share some of that history and important things that makes a difference to us. So the way that we support Black August is we reach out to some of our brothers and sisters that are confined citizens, and we link them in by way of ingenuity and communication to have them tell their story live on the air on our podcast. Also, we have our CSRN takeovers. That way, that's when we turn our whole page over to someone in our community that we believe that everyone should know about their business or what they do, and they can share their journey with our over 5,000 followers of our Facebook page. We're trying to get that number up, but that's a respectable number for a local group like ours. So be on the lookout for our Black August takeover. And if you have a loved one that's a confined citizen, either write, accept a call, accept a JPay from them. It's important that we stay in contact with our confined citizens and our brothers and sisters that are confined in the prison industrial complex. Like it or not, that's our family, that's my family, and Black August is a time that we reflect on that and reflect on all of the advances that we have made to make life better for our brothers and sisters who are confined in the prison industrial complex. So that's what I wanted to talk about right there. The next thing I wanted to talk about is this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. Let me pull up this week's edition. And that's the front cover of the Final Call newspaper. It says, a divine warner to the nations. It says the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan delivers divine guidance and caution at the annual National Training Conference of the Nation of Islam about events unfolding in the Middle East. Last week, I talked about that I was there at the national conference, and I've been a member of the Nation of Islam. It's been 35 years, And it's nothing blacker than having senseis, martial arts masters from all over the world convening to one place. And that's to instruct all of the members of the Nation of Islam, some of the different, well, I'm not going to get into the moves. Right? I'm the last one that needs to be getting into the moves, but all of the things that we need to make sure that all of our meetings are peaceful. If you ever visit a Nation of Islam mosque, there's a search procedure and make sure that not only you don't have weapons, but we don't have weapons, so that you know that nothing's funny is going to happen. And if it does, all the brothers and the sisters are more than well equipped to make sure it remains peaceful. And I'll just say it like that. And on the front page of this paper, you can see the various senseis that were there to help train all of the brothers and the sisters. This was done in Chicago, I think at the Tinley Convention Center. And it's as if we went to, do they call it Seagate? Seagate? What do they call it, Seagate?
I think it's the Glass City Center now.
Okay, if you go to that's how old I am. I'm still calling it Seagate.
Yeah, I remember Seagate.
All right. It was a tremendous hall with at least 10 dojos where whatever move you wanted to learn, if it was disarming someone, if they had a knife or a firearm, getting out of a chokehold, subduing someone, whatever it was almost like I don't want to say the golden corral of martial arts, but whatever you wanted to learn, it was there. It was a 3-day event, and I think that everybody left there, including myself, with a new set of skills that we can make sure that we keep our meetings peaceful. And if something happens that it's hard to keep it peaceful, we know how to keep it peaceful. All right, I don't know if that makes sense, but I love just doing things I just love the totality of what we do regarding how we do it. And I wanted to process an article in this week's Final Call newspaper. And this was the message at the 31st National Training Conference was, an aggressor is a loser. So I want to go to this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. I'm not going to read the whole article. That way you can go out and get the paper yourself. But I want to just highlight what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had to say about America, all right, and how America wants to be a bully. And we all know what happens to bullies. If you've ever seen one of those after-school specials, all right, he says, these are his words, and then we're going to move on to our local things that's happening in our community. He says that you have bloodsuckers of the poor, you've got eaters of the dead. See, when you don't know how to work for what you get, or you're waiting for somebody to die to see what you can get, think about it. Those brothers and sisters are taught a lesson. An aggressor is the loser. He says, I'm saying this to the president. An aggressor is a loser, because God is never with those who are aggressors, oppressors, tyrants, bullies, who love to make people afraid. Now, it also said during the demonstration, there was a brother moving around, but the poor man lost his stick, knocked out of his hands. He said, those brothers were mean out there. If you are an aggressive fool, look what you saw. Then the lesson is, don't be a bully. For a better way to solve a problem, yes, you have an armada, you have ships, and you've got armies. Yes, you got ballistic missiles, but you don't have God. And if you don't have God, you don't have the forces of nature. And God is unleashing the forces of nature now. Don't try them, please. If you want to live, put the guns down, put the bombs down. he says, and lastly, he says, you can threaten Iran. Iran has a little something to fight back. But my teacher told me that this war was going to start with conventional weapons, but it will end with nuclear weapons. And he says, you heard it from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So this was not just a meeting that we would go and learn martial arts. It was also something with divine guidance for it's not only for us that so that we don't learn our skills and decide to be bullies. It also goes out to the nations of the world. And I know that a lot of people tune in to what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has to say, even though they may not admit that they tune in, but they could take that warning as divine guidance, or this country will continue to go where it's going. We didn't even have 9/11 for a certain amount of time today. And I think those are just some signs of some greater things to come. So you could bully somebody, but what you do on this side is going to come back and revisit you. So that's what I wanted to highlight. I think we have some other things going on in the community that I wanted to share, and then we're going to kind of turn it over to some of the community updates and things that's going on. I wanted to highlight something that happened last week, I guess on Thursday. Man, our gardening community and the Sisters of Muhammad's Mosque number 91, they had a water bath canning workshop. I know, so I was the first one. Okay, what is a water bath canning? It's not in the bathtub. It's not washing anything out, but it's just making simple juice jelly. And now it's a time that we got to be more concerned about the foods that we eat and how they're prepared. So this happened at the E-Bite Center that was at 1806 Madison. It was full to capacity. Brothers and sisters coming out to learn the basics, learn how to make your own, building some confidence that you can really learn how to not only grow your food, but that what you grow, you can also make something out of it. So you're just not growing it just to grow it and then throw it away. So shout out to Sister Yvette. Who else was there? Sister Lakeisha, Sister Regina, all the sisters that made that happen, and everybody that joined and they got a jar of jelly, at the end. I think that might wrap it up for me, Jody. For you, has there been some things in the community that you've seen that you might want to share with everyone?
Yep. So for our updates portion of the show, just in case you weren't there last week to be able to go to all the things going on, there's just a rundown of things that's going on and maybe recurring later on before the end of the summer or beginning of the fall. So since you spoke to us or saw us last, we had Tuesday, July 28th was the TRL Toledo Listening Room open mic at Black Kite Coffee. This happens every other Tuesday. So not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday will be going on. But this one was at Black Kite for last week, and they go on from 5:30 until 9 p.m. Next week, I believe it will be back over at Handmade since they do rotate on locations. After that, there was also the Friends of Tarda summer fundraiser that was at 155 North Superior Road in Rossford, Ohio, for all our transportation needs and stuff like that. I sit on the accessibility board, and unfortunately, being here, make sure I don't do much else on Tuesday, but I very much enjoy being my co-host position as I have for the last almost 7 years. Wednesday, July 29th, there was the Complex Trauma, Bias, and Privilege Training. Yep, this was going on, and this was by the Lucas County Trauma Informed Care Coalition, and it happened from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Sanger Branch Library, 3030 Central Avenue in Toledo, Ohio, if you're able to make that. We had the Hold the Vision. That was Wednesday, July 29th. That was at Mind and Soul Gallery, formerly the River East Gallery over on the east side. Now they're downtown at the 500 Madison Avenue building. And that went on from 6 to 8 p.m. On Wednesday, July 29th, there was the Buck Full Moon Sound Bath Outdoor Event. This was at 7880 Central Avenue, Toledo, Ohio. It was a sound bath event held by Inner Voyages Studios. And that was from 7 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. On Saturday, August 1st, the open submissions for Roadside Press is officially open. So if you got some poems, some short stories or stuff like that, they have their open submissions going on right now. You can look up Roadside Press. It is going on until the end of the month, August 31st. So go on, put those submissions in there, become an author or an anthology person, one of the two, if you're not ready to take the step into independent author and all that good stuff. Saturday, August 1st was Allowing Joy, Allowing Grief. And this was held by Amy Young at the Sigmund Sanger Branch Library, 3030 West Central. That was from 11 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. Saturday, August 1st, Yoga and Mindfulness Fundraiser for Healing and Compassion Fund. This was held by the Integration Youth with Jen and Councilwoman Aaron Kramer. That was at the Glass City Pavilion, 1001 Riverside Drive, Toledo, Ohio. That was from 11 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. Saturday, August 1st, there was the Art Loop Print Jam, held by our Awesome Arts Commission, 1000 Adams Street, in their new location and everything like that.
Hey, it was a lot going on the first.
Yeah, there was a lot going on the first. Last little few months of summer and stuff.
Yeah,
I've already noticed and seen the leaves changing, which is like, no, wait a minute. This isn't supposed to happen until like end of September, early.
Like it's happening now.
Yeah, the leaves is already changing. So that means the cold is on the way for the people, soak up the sun while you can. But that was from noon to 4, 1000 Adams Street at their new location for the Arts Commission. Also to remind people, accelerator grants for those who got a project or are just getting into the art world or trying to get something. You need a new camera, you need some art supplies, you want to do a project. The accelerator grant is open as of yesterday. So they opened it up. It goes for about a month. I got the information on my page, or you could just go to their website and check out, see if you qualify. Say everything is art. I'm not in the place anymore where I need accelerator grants and anything, but I try and let as many people know that may want to go into something like that, because next month we have Artomatic 419 coming back, which I'll be exhibiting and performing in with all my books and stuff like that. Monday, August 3rd was the Wage Theft Clinic hosted by Northwest Ohio Worker Center and the Toledo Area Jobs with Justice. This was at Mott Branch Library at 6 o'clock until 7:30. And there was also premiere screening. They do the outdoor screening for kids' films and stuff like that. So shout out to Tracy and Monty for still going and continuing to put that out there. It's free for everyone that comes. I believe they do that on Thursdays, and I think there is one coming up. If you check out premiere screening and you want to take your kids out to see a kid-friendly movie and all that good stuff, make sure you check them out. So moving forward into the stuff that's going on right now this week until the next time that we come back, we have coming up on, that's the 18th. We'll wait until that one. But we have going on right now is the world's largest rubber ducky returns. If you're on the expressway or go over by the Hollywood Casino, you can see that it is back. It came back today. Yeah, August 4th at 10 a.m. is going to be there until tomorrow, 10 p.m. over by the Hollywood Casino, 1968 Miami Street. So if you want to go get your selfies with it, or if you want to go over the IT-80 bridge and see it and all that good stuff. It says the Mama Duck is making her return to Hollywood Casino August 4th and 5th. Visiting hours are from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. So it's the world's largest rubber ducky. Also, today going on right now is the Unplugged Soul Sessions. And, well, not right now. It actually starts in 4 minutes. So I forget we are a live show. But that is going on from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. And they have Marcus Williams as their feature with DJ Lou, and Juwan Thomas is the host. So I won't be able to make it this week, but I have been there for the last couple soul sessions, because Poetry and Soul is coming back the 19th. I'll be talking about that next week. Very excited to come back and see Kay Renee and everybody like that. But that is the Unplugged Soul Sessions is at Toll House 1447 North Summit, Toledo, Ohio. It's a free event. If you go, it is I think people get that confused when they see that it's a private club and membership only. But when they have events like this, you can go check it out. See if you would like to become a member and everything like that. Shout out to Will Lucas. This Saturday at 6 p.m., there is Uncloistered Poetry at the Attic on Adams. Fortunately, my weekends are gone, so I'll see everybody sometime, hopefully in the fall, if we get different hours over at my restaurant. But restaurant, bar, cigar lounge, patio, all that good stuff. Come out, check out Cliche Sunday through Thursday. That's a small little plug. And next week I'll be plugging Kenyatta Nicole for her being a Black business owner of Cliche, and soon to come Karma, which is opening on the 20th, formerly known as Evolution. But back to this, what I was saying, Uncloistered Poetry is going to be 6 to 9 p.m. at the Attic, 1701 Adams. We have featuring so far that I see is Scott Bill and Reba Huntman, followed by the open mic. It's a free event. They do pass the hat around. So if you are in kind to be able to donate, I suggest you donate. They've been bringing great poetry events here for a very, very long time. Also, this Saturday at 6 p.m., we have Second Saturday Salon at Toledo Earthship with Nick Botek. It is a private event, so if you haven't got your invite, I can't give you the address, but if you have got your invite, it is from 6 p.m. until, so shout out to Sean Nestor on that. Saturday, August 8th at 7 p.m., there's the Health and Wellness Cocktail. This is at my place. I can't get to talk about it. But this is going to be at Cliche 2114 Alexis Road. This is going to be from 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. Event by Jewel Healthcare Solutions. So if you want to come out, join Jewel Healthcare Solutions for an evening of celebration, connection, and collaboration as we officially launch our vision for compassionate, patient-centered health and wellness. It's a cocktail event, and of course, we make the best food in the city. I stand by that. So it's not Thursday.
Okay.
So we don't have our specials.
All right.
But it is Saturday, and I will be back because Friday I have, actually, I might as well promote that too. So Friday, this will be my last scheduled appearance in Toledo for featuring and stuff like that. And this is going to be at the SOS Club in Toledo, Ohio. It is a sober bar. I repeat that again. It is a sober bar. So no alcohol in the bar or anything like that, but we will have great features. We have me, of course, Spoken Truth, Steve James, Lady Lovely, and Sunkiss.
Okay.
I know I'll be bringing all my books. I get my first book I ever published. That should be coming tomorrow. So I'll have that with me. I actually haven't had it since me and Brother Washington did that event at the church for MLK. But I'll have them. Cover is $10. The address, it starts at 7 to 11, but the address is 5267 North Detroit Avenue in Toledo, Ohio. Again, emphasis on sober bar. So if you do, take the car, all that other stuff. If you do like any type of libations and stuff, it is a fish fry. It is an all white party.
Okay.
I have on a white shirt.
Oh.
That's about
as white party as you're going to get.
About as white as party as you're
Did we share that on our page?
We will. We
okay.
will. I'll put that on the page. Make sure we share that. And then there's a couple more events that I want to highlight before we get out of here and into the 5 minutes of heat. Hopefully we will see Haley next week. But we have this Sunday at 7 p.m. There is the Stroke and Sip Cabaret. And that is going to be at the Trilby, as I was saying with Sunkist. That's going to be at the Trilby Rental Hall at 5745 Gay Street in Toledo, Ohio. The tickets, I believe, are not sold out, but I would contact Respect Your Mic, Respect Your Crown, Sunkist, and see if she still has tickets available. And it is a paint and sip event. She has many, many features, as I believe I had it on there before. But I could always go back to my page and check. Just give me 2 seconds here.
Okay, we got time.
So the Stroke and Sip event is going to be featuring Deja May, Miss Diva Nay, Ray Bans, and Lakeda EK. And of course, Sunkiss, and hosted by King Black. There will be food, refreshments, all that good stuff. Show is only $15, but if you want to sip and paint, it's $30. You can text 567-970-0669, and you can also get your tickets on Eventbrite. Wait. I spoke too soon because here our guests come now. See, we're about to end the show almost abruptly. Brother Washington owes me $5.
All right.
But one last thing, and then we'll come back with 5 minutes of heat after we speak to the awesome Haley Sheares as we talk about Black Business Awareness Month. About one more thing.
That's right on time, too.
Yeah, right on time. So one last thing going on that is 2 weeks from now. So if you have any events going on in the city of Toledo or greater area, I know there's a lot of book bag drives going on. Please post them to our page or tag us in it and let us know we're available to kind of, help you promote your event. So with that being said, I'm going to move seats for a moment and let our illustrious guest come and talk to you about her business.
All right, we'll be back. And, we're going to also talk about first aid, CPR, AED training. There was a horrible story I just saw in the news regarding, just knowing first aid. And if you know it, we could, you could save lives, but I don't want to just.
There was the Stop the Bleed yesterday.
Yeah, I don't want to do it all right here. Then we won't even need Haley. All right, we didn't said it all. Hey, this is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review. We'll be right back.
Now you can get the same uncompromising truth you've come to expect from the Final Call newspaper on all your connected devices. Subscribe to the Final Call Digital Edition today. Go to subscribe.finalcalldigital.com.
This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review, and we are celebrating. Hey, we had a little graphic there celebrating Black Business Month. Where did they put it? We've got the worst tech crew ever. All right. Oh, there it is. It's Black Business Month, and we have our family with us today. So if you could introduce yourself, what are you wearing, and what are we talking about today?
So I am Vanessa Haley Sheares, and today I have on a pink Pretti protection shirt, and some gray jeans and some sandals.
All right, we talked earlier in this week about having you back on to have that Black Queen energy that we definitely don't have when you're not here. And if we have it, that will be a problem.
No, for real.
All right, okay, all right, it's all good. So it's Black Business Month, and for you, how do you? We know about Pretti Protection, we know about there's a graphic that you put on that you were sharing online. Let's put it right here. This is you, man. It's Family Support Services and Resources.
Yes.
If you need help at school, resources, school advocacy, mental health support, community resources, case management, you do it all.
Yes.
All right, you do it all. So, all right, we've got that. We've got Pretti Protection. And also we're going to talk about CPR and first aid. For you, how do you keep all of those things and have a family too? What is your, how do you do that?
So definitely discipline, and discipline. So it is a lot, and it does override each other sometimes. Sometimes it is hard to just say like, okay, well, when you have I have an event this day, but then someone's getting married, or
right.
My child has a graduation, or so family support is probably, I'll honestly say, the biggest thing ever. Mm-hmm. So just knowing that like my family always comes through when I need them, whether it's picking up, dropping off, and then being able to schedule around, make my own schedule is really, 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 that's what's efficient. And then I always just keep a day for myself. So Sundays are typically my day, family day, rest day. And that helps me not be so overworked. Not saying I'm overworked. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But it does help me on those catch-up days, to catch up, to rest, to relax, spend time with my kids, family, all of those good things.
So what about the people that, and you say you've got family support. Mm-hmm. What about the people that feel as if they don't want to, they don't need support, do it dolo, you only live once, I'm gonna do it on my own. How do you break from just wanting to do everything yourself and not needing help from anybody?
That's a lot in that one little thing. So a lot of that is a trauma response.
Yeah.
So you have to break that cycle of those trauma responses. That's the first and foremost, because a lot of times when we're like, oh, I'll do it on my own. I was that person. I still am that person. But I have learned to let other people help out, because that does help you in the end. And once you figure out where your trauma responses are, things like I can do it on my own, then that helps open up other levels of being able to accept help. And then at some point, either you're going to crash or you're going to break. Mm-hmm. And those are not the two ways that you want to end up having to get help. So I just say at that point, if you are that person and you're like, oh, I can't do it, it's okay to do it by yourself, but it's also okay to, give those tasks and let other people step in and help you as well.
We've seen that phenomenon in the activist and protest community, because a lot of us love and we love to care, and we want to see something through.
Yes.
And we want to do it in our own way. And sometimes we push people away that may want to help. We push people away that may think we need a break. So you're hearing it from Haley. She's got a lot going on, but she's learned to have some of that healthy balance that keeps it there. Okay, I want to talk about Pretti Protection. If you haven't met Haley before, what is Pretti Protection? How did it start? And then I wanted to talk about the resource services, and then I wanted to close out with the event that's coming up regarding CPR and learning how to operate the AED.
Okay. So I'm Haley. Pretti Protection, just give you a quick synopsis. In 2019, I moved to, right before COVID hit, I moved to Columbus with my daughter.
Okay.
So COVID hit in January, officially announced like the beginning of 2020. And I started door dashing. I was Instacarting. I was doing Shipt. And it was kind of just my daughter and I down there. We did have other family there, but they weren't close to us. So if you know anything about Columbus, it takes about 15 minutes to get anywhere.
True.
My closest family member was maybe 30, 35 minutes away.
Wow.
So, which is still kind of close when you live in a bigger city. And just out there doing all of those things, I started looking for alternate protection that wasn't me carrying a gun everywhere I go. So with that being said, I found things, but there was no education on it. And it was hard to have access to those things. So it's kind of like, go to Hobby Lobby, go to Walmart, not Hobby Lobby, go to Walmart, go to just these generic places where they sell these things, but they don't really educate you on these things. And then on top of that, it was just the more I dug into it, I researched, and I seen the lack of information, the lack of knowledge, and how women are so preyed upon that we really, really, really need to have these safety courses, because no one really teaches us the simple things about safety. You kind of just have to get it on your own.
Yeah, and that's a problem.
Yes, absolutely. And our younger generation needs to know at a younger age how to prevent these things. So there was definitely a need for it. And I was in the lifestyle that I was part of that need, that needed that security and that help.
Okay, I want to just go over, I'm going to slide that screen up. And this is the website, prettyprotection.com. After this podcast is over, go over to the site, but don't click another tab right now, because you won't be able to see us. All right. We've got some of the customer favorites. I've got the black defense weapon with the dual sparks, the LED knuckle stun gun. All right, we've got that. Let me make these just a bit bigger if I can. Oh no, it stays. I've got the 3 for $50.
Yes.
I've got the discreet. Okay, this looks like, it looks like a phone.
Yes, so it looks like a phone. And if you put it in the case, it really looks like in a case. It really looks like a phone. But and it's a stun gun, and it also serves as a flashlight as well. So it has both of them. And
then you have the ones that look like lipstick.
Yes, and then the lipstick stun gun. My personal favorite is the knuckle stun gun. I actually have it in my purse now. Okay. I carry it everywhere I go.
We're gonna keep it over there, all right? Because we talked about we doing something else today.
I'm like, if you want to see I can pull it out for you.
We're gonna trust you. We're gonna trust you on that.
Yes, that's actually my favorite, because it does fit in your knuckle just like you see. And it's so easy for me to grab bags. And it's discreet. It's like walking, running, just sitting outside, and it's easy to put in your purse. So that is literally my favorite one that I carry everywhere. I've even had it before holding my son with it in my hand, just because it's like I control the on and off button. I control everything. So that one is one of my absolute favorites that I definitely recommend.
All right. Now I wanted to transition next to, we have this graphic up before. I'm trying to find everything. It's the you have some man, get the thing
family support.
Yeah, family support. I'm trying to look smart and also multitask. Where's Jody when you need him? All right.
Jody, no.
I know. Hey, that might be a thing. All right. How we come on now. All right. What is family support services and resources, and why should people know about that?
So family support services and resources are just saying exactly that. Just having, a lot of times our parents don't know how to navigate systems. And in our world, systems are everything. So it's simple things. It's like going to the doctor. Some parents don't know the right questions to ask. They don't know the right, they don't know how to advocate for themselves as well as advocate for their children. In the school systems, our parents do not know how to advocate for their children. And there's so many different reasons. We have reasons of mental health. We have reasons of just lack of confidence. We have reasons of just not knowing. So these are just different things of just saying, like, if you need these services, there's someone out there that will help you.
Okay, and here's where I just got an idea. Most of the times, people will call, and there's someone that I'm going to give this number to. Most times, when people see us with a bullhorn, they think that we can advocate on their job. We think that we can advocate for their children, and that's not necessarily so. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm just good at saying some words through a megaphone, and there are some of us in the activist community that get into the wrong lane just because someone sees me at a press conference and speaking about something like, wow, if he could talk about the police like that, I'm sure he can help me with my child. Well, in my love for activism, I might try, but we end up doing the people a disservice. And and I've seen that there are some people that have called CSRN, and I think that we didn't need a protest. We needed family support services and resources.
Yes.
So this is kind of, look, you guys see me have a breakthrough, right? I'm having a live breakthrough. All right?
I see it.
All right, I'm having a live breakthrough, and it's part of our mission, our guiding principle that we recognize our victories and our mistakes. Mm-hmm. And there have been plenty of mistakes made with activists that advocate for things, but that's not what you do. You're good at a press conference. You're good at shouting. You're good at that. I'm good at that. And some other stuff too, but this is more personal. It's more confidential. It's more professional. It's more dialed in. It's more focused than showing up thinking that you're going to intimidate somebody to treat their child better. Mm-hmm. And that's just not it. So,
even if I can't help you, I definitely will be able to give you resources.
And that's it.
And it's not really even about like gatekeeping. It's just like, even if I've had people reach out to me and I'm like, baby, this is not my lane, but let me give you a number. It's to someone who can help you. Because that's what we need.
I believe in this.
That's what we need. So that is just the goal.
I believe in this.
This is just helping people any way we can. And getting us the correct advocacy that we need on the correct levels by the correct people that look just like us.
And I've been a part of that debacle. I've been a part of that. Yeah, we're going to go to the school and we're going to get your baby treated right. Well, we just come and mess things up.
Embarrassment.
And we do. And the thing about, and I'm talking about us, all right? And when I say us, me too. The thing about us, once we show up and mess everything up, now we're out. But you're still at the school. Your daughter has to go there after we've said some things, and pointed at people, all right, and called some names. I get to go back to my home, watching TV, and your child's got to show up at the same school. So family, what's it called again?
Family support and resources.
Okay, that's what it is. Because that's what it is. All right.
So that is the ultimate mission of that. And a lot of times, like you said, we come in and we yell and scream, but a lot of things that we miss is coming in and saying, hey, let me see your policy.
Let me
see your policy. Because you can't argue with policy.
And even if we did say that we don't know how to read it and interpret it, to use it on the parents' behalf. And I know, because I'm a parent, and sometimes I could be, when I had school-age children, you could be intimidated by the teachers.
Yes.
They're college educated. I'm not. I'm far from it. So when they come in and talking at me, I'm powering down, not even knowing what they're talking about, not even knowing if it's the policy or not.
Yes.
And then I'll go home and say, hey, honey, no, they said that they investigated themselves and they did nothing wrong. So, let's whoop our child.
Yes. That is a big one where the child is being disciplined and it's like, or a lot of times I've come in schools and I've seen that the parents are actually, the school is not even supporting or following the IEP. They're not even following the 504 plan. They're not even offering services where it's like, wait, so you do have a tutoring service or you don't, you never even, you know, this child is overstimulated and you never decided to say, hey, how about when you feel this way, you get a 5-minute break.
That part.
But instead you call the parents every single day. But what have you done as a school to help this child when you know that they have ADHD and they can't sit down, but you're upset that they can't sit through a 2-hour test? So it's just different things. And then, you know, parents, we're at work. There's only so many times after a while you're like, I'm tired of these people calling me. If I lose my job, I'm whooping your butt.
And okay,
so we can go on that for days. Yeah, we can do that all day.
Man, I'm getting re-mad again about raising my child in those schools. All right. We've got an event coming up.
Yes.
And it is on the 14th of August. It's called the First Aid, the Pretti Protection LLC First Aid CPR AED training. What is it and why should people know?
First Aid CPR AED training is you will be certified through the American Red Cross to be for 2 years for First Aid CPR AED. This is super, super important. Multiple levels.
Let's go.
For one, our babies keep drowning. Our babies keep drowning. Our babies don't know how to swim. They're in water and we don't know how to save them. So that's one. Everybody thinks it can't happen to me until it does. And things like drowning, once it happens, you know. So that's the first thing is with the summer, over these weeks, I don't know how much people watch the news, but so many of our kids are drowning and we need to be able to depend on ourselves to save our kid, not depend on the lifeguard, not depend on someone else at the pool to save them. We need to be able to pull our own kids out and save our kids. Secondly, this says First Aid CPR AED. This can be for any age. As long as if a child can come in and understand the knowledge of what we're presenting, understand how to do the CPR performance, and pass the course, they can be certified. So if your child is 12 years old and they can do this, they can be certified. So that's another reason why. And then thirdly, like I say, our kids now, as well as civilians, have always been the first people on the scene, but it's being younger and younger that's on the scene. So I'm all for parents, but I am, and this is $90 per person. If you have a child 18 and under and they're taking this class, I will do their class for $80. You know, I just need parents to be able to understand the knowledge of this. And even if they can't get certified or a parent can't afford certifications, there's still other ways to educate your child on this. They have YouTube videos, they have TikTok videos. You can always follow Pretti Protection. We have knowledge all the time on how to be safe. So just different things. And it covers things as far as we cover anaphylaxis, we cover heart attack, asthma attacks, just common things that's in our neighborhoods and in our areas. So I always say, I mean, you know, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
And you made a point of talking about it's the civilians that are there first. And yes, I can call 911. What today it was down.
Yes, today 911. Okay. Sidebar real quick. Sorry. So I got this message and I didn't get it on my phone, but my niece got it on her phone and she's young. She's a teen. And I called the non-emergency number because I'm like, this is wild. This cannot be happening. And they're like, 911, this is an emergency. And I was like, I don't have one, but like, it's really down. And the lady said, yeah, we have we're all the way down. So imagine 911 being down and something happening. And emergencies have no color. They have no social economic class. They have no wealth. Anybody, you can be the richest person and have a heart attack, and you can be the poorest person and have a heart attack.
It wouldn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So let's take this as a as a warning, we're talking about CPR, first aid, AED training. It's $90. You don't get this for free. You don't get this at no cost. I've been trained. I think I've got like maybe 4 months until I have to train again. But I've never went to a class that they said, okay, you guys come in and it's free.
Yes.
It's not happening. And if somebody does say that it's free, it's not. And I think that now we can really start investing, because we see a lot of these systems that we've had faith in. And I think that 911 is a system that we automatically have faith in, that it's always going to be there. It's not always going to be there. It's proven that today, the things that we thought would never happen, that was not on my apocalypse bingo list.
No.
Bingo card, that 911 was shut down.
And with the world going the way it is,
but it did.
We have wars happening. We have all type of things happening. Yeah.
But it did. People are able to hack into things that you wouldn't think that they can hack into.
Yes.
And it's happening. Credit cards, banks are getting shut down. I think a few years ago, the whole grid went out and there was no lights. They could shut down the cell phone carriers.
Yeah.
So who are we to think that we can just be so comfortable, like nothing can happen? And like you say, if you stay ready,
you don't have to get ready.
So I think we can. Okay, of course.
And then always too, I also have Afterpay. So if you are trying to take the class and you can't afford it, I do have Afterpay. Afterpay, you can, as long as you're approved through Afterpay, and it covers the amount, you can break your payment up into four payments. So your first payment will be 90 divided by 4. I'm not a mathematician, but I'm sure you can figure that out for me.
I figured it out. Yeah, don't ask me, but right. And I think that's a great option for now too. Hey, listen, we come to that time where I've got to talk to you about self-care and gratitude. With all you're doing, how are you balancing out? How do you bring it all in?
So as always,
it's dope that you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dope that you're here. I'll try not to smile too much. All right. What are you smiling for? All right. All right.
No, I do a lot of. I've been getting into grounding, so I do a lot of in the morning. Sometimes I just actually almost every morning I go outside my house and I sit and I watch. You guys really, really, really should go outside and just in the morning and watch like the birds play, the squirrels chase each other, the world wake up. Like I see the dragonflies and the bees, like, you know, just like life. That helps keep me grounded. Also music and silence. And then gratitude. Another thing is I started decorating my spaces and making them mine.
What do you mean by that?
So hanging pictures up in your house.
Okay.
Hanging pictures up in your house, even if it's like, I don't have money to go buy pictures, go and buy a canvas and you and your kids make some pictures or coloring pictures and just hang up things that belong to you. Make your space more personable. And that helps for me, that helped calm me down. That makes me want to be calm. And thirdly, my prayer corner. So I just created a prayer corner and that has been my peaceful space. So my self-care is just actually those 2 words, caring about self.
Okay. All right. But would you be willing to come back, man, I don't know, maybe after the 14th and let us know how, well, one of us should be there. All right. We'll draw straws. I don't know.
I mean, you got 4 months left. It's not like you the one who need to be there.
Hey, I see how you turned that around. Hey, all right.
Johnny.
No. I know. So, okay, all right, Jody, you're off the mic. We can't hear you. You got us looking like we're talking to nothing.
Right.
But we look forward to having you back again. This is awesome. And when we come back, I think we've got 5 minutes of heat. We may have a Eden Garden update on some of the things that they're doing in the garden. Man, thank you, Haley, for being here. This is awesome.
Thank you for having me back again.
Right. And your family, this shifts the energy of what we do. It makes this whole thing worth doing. All right. Not that it's not worth doing with Jody, but it's all good. Hey, we're going to come back with 5 minutes of heat, maybe a couple of community updates. This is a CSRN podcast, our week in review. We'll be right back.
What did you say, Jody?
Audio Jungle.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. If you look in the center of the screen, you will see that the Pretti Protection, they're having the CPR, first aid, and AED training. This is going to be August 14th. Man, it's going to be early. I should be able to, I'm going to stop saying that because I got in trouble with someone saying, man, that's right. I can make that, but you know, life be life at some time. But I want you to check that out. And in light of some of the things that just happened, it's even more important now to get ready or stay ready. So you don't have to. I messed that up. All right. Hey, what I wanted to share. She's never going to come on again after I butchered her thing. But I wanted to share something, Jody, from our community garden. And this is from, let me find the Eden Garden Facebook page. That's where a lot of the organizing for this goes. Did I find it? Nope, I didn't. Let's find it. And then I want to just show some pictures of the garden and just how well this really turns out. So this is Eden Community Garden, and we meet every Sunday from 4 to 6 or until Sister Yvette says we could go home. All right. And I want to show some of the
hopefully I'll be able to come back as we work our magic in the kitchen. If I can come in an extra day, I could maybe get Sundays off, try and get some wiggle room in there out.
Yeah, but that place, Cliches, they be busy.
We did $10,000 in sales on Thursday.
All right. I don't know if they need to be hearing that, but yeah. So that be, yeah. All right. Yeah.
It's in the span of like 6 hours.
That's almost more than I make in a week. But anyway, all right. I wanted to just say that the water bath canning was Saturday, and that was my birthday, August 1st. I turned the big 6'3". All right. So
happy birthday. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Well, it's all good.
I see no notifications.
Nope. I'm not on Facebook like that.
Okay.
I'm not on Facebook like that. And
that's why I get all my birthdays.
I know. Well, you get an exclusive. You get yours here. All right. Both my sons and their families came down and had an ice cream cake. Yes, saw the grandchildren. Man, I think I did pretty good with them. They're better than I am. All right, so yeah, that's good.
all we can hope for as parents.
That's good. That's good. Also, there's a couple of pictures that I want to show from the garden. I think a couple of weeks ago, we had we harvest our garlic, and this is a picture of everyone getting the garlic and cleaning it or peeling it or whatever that process is. They did it. They're showing all the cloves that they did. I said they because I was taking pictures. As you see the pictures right here, not that I thought that I was beneath them. This is our sign. It says we must make our community a decent and safe place to live. That's all the garlic that they had, which is a lot. We planted at the end of the season, and it grows during the winter, and we harvest it just right in the middle of garden season. And that's it in its raw state. When you pull it out of the ground and let it sit for a couple of weeks or dry for a couple of weeks, that's what it looks like. Those are some of the good garden bugs and the bad garden bugs. Yeah, we got beef with the bad garden bugs and the what are those big rat things? The
gophers.
Gophers, yeah. Yeah. And just some pictures of the garden and how things are going. We've got corn this year. There's a bee, which we got plenty of those, in the squash, the zucchini. And that's a huge picture of the garden. And Eden Community Garden every Sunday from 4 to 6, depending on the weather. If it's inclement, we're not going to be out there like that. But yeah, shout out to Sister Yvette Muhammad, who is our master gardener and makes sure that things go right. And and lastly, I wanted to share this. I organized with Ronita Holyfield at the Padua Center, and she does a lot in the community. And she's having her back to school giveaway that's going to be this Saturday. And since the brothers from the Nation of Islam, we normally distribute our papers on Bancroft and Detroit from maybe 2 to 4. I'm going to hang out and provide a little bit of security, so a little bit of direction, so that they can make sure that they get the children and the families get, everything that they need to get without any hiccups or anything like that. Since I had that training, well, I'm not expecting anybody to come there and wild out, but I want to support that. All right. Now, Jody, I think that we've come to the part of what we do when we normally close out with saying goodbye. We use creative expression as a way to bring the art into the protest community and activist culture. What do you have for us today?
All righty. Well, I have a piece that I wrote back in November 2nd, 2022. It's called Open Doors. If you've heard Subscribe or my post-anger management, what was it, a couple months or at the beginning of this month. I do series of these. It's kind of my way as an artist to check in on where the world is and all the AI and chat GPT stuff gets included in there. When I first started writing, I was talking about schools and healthcare and activism and stuff like that, the dystopian version of what we see when we turn on our screens and stuff like that. So this is Open Doors. Let's begin. Peace. I keep knocking on doors I've already unlocked, trying to prove to people I'm not here, yes, not here to impress you. I just walked out my door, found something to be involved in that benefits people I don't know, which is something most people don't do. Putting on multiple layers of clothes and traveling around with my duffel bag like I'm still homeless. And still people have issues while they're driving their cars, paying their mortgage or rent, taking out another loan to visit their sneaky links or sneak this somebody on social media because they commented on the post that you asked a public question to the masses of internet dwellers and are mad, mad because I tell people I love you. Some days I just get tired of constantly repeating myself just to end up with the same answer of, I don't understand or can't comprehend what you're telling me because it doesn't look like the same bioengineered genetic mass of cloned comments that mean nothing, know nothing past the scripted reaction. But I got all these followers, and look at the people who comment while your post reads, sponsored, recaptioned, copied, post edited down to where it doesn't have the same value of the page it came from, out of someone's life who actually lived it. So I should clap and applaud you for doing minimal effort for maximum return, reacting to reactions from posts that were made decades ago or through some shell account that doesn't even exist. And the original creator gets no credit for you laughing at the mistakes in their life. But I should be happy because now everyone gets a gold star or blue check from some payout from a corporation that makes billions off your views. And now you pay taxes to make sure you exist. So I keep knocking on these doors that I already unlocked. Hoping that someone in the room will just notice me, because when I opened the door the first time, they just looked at me and stared like I was some unknown virus that had to be contained or controlled, because if I ever got out to reach the masses, their walls would come crumbling down in peace.
And as always, we snap our fingers. All right. I hope that peace goes over well for everyone, because it went well on me.
And that was 2022. Still resonating today.
All right. Hey, listen, Jody, I'm looking forward to next week's podcast. As always, we thank Haley Sheares for being on today to talk about what is it? It's the community. It was the family. It was... Right, it was that, and the AED first aid class is CPR class is coming up, and Jody, everything that's happening at Cliches and Eden Market is really going well. And as always, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter, and Black lives can't matter until all Black lives matter. Justice or else.
Yeah.
Peace. All right, we are out.